Guys, so I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm going to talk about the different brushes that I use to apply my makeup. I have an array of products. I would say most of them are from Sigma, but I do have a couple MAC, Tarte, NARS, and Real Techniques. So let's just get started with the different brushes that I use. So to start, let's talk about eyes, and I usually stick to these four. This is what I do. I usually start out putting in my transition color, and I like the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. I find that this is how this top looks. I find that it's fluffy enough, but not too fluffy where it can get all over the place. I do have a large space to work with, so it's not like I need something that's really, really small or anything. So I find that this just really puts on my blending color really nicely and diffuses the color. Next, I will use my MAC 224 brush, and as you can see, this point is a little bit finer, so I usually use this. Take my glasses off, to work in my crease area. So I'll just go like this and kind of work in the crease. And this is a finer tip, so it can really get into the crease area and deepen up the crease. So I really like this. If I want to use another brush, I will use, oh god, the lettering is all marked off, but I'll use a MAC 217. And how I'll use this is I'll usually go at it, because it's a kind of tapered brush, and then if you turn it this way it's a little bit fuller. So what I'll do is I'll use the tapered side and kind of work that into my crease area, and then turn it a little bit to kind of blend it out. So this is a really versatile brush. You can actually use this also for concealer if you want. Looks like that. And then just to put my lid color and then my highlight color, I will use the Sigma Large Shader E60 brush. I find that this is just a really good size. If I wanted to use, or I will use my MAC, I don't know what number, I think it's 212, and it just looks like this, as also either my my lid brush or my my highlight brush for my highlight on my eyes. For eyeliner, I have been using this Sephora Professional Angled Eyeliner, and it just looks like this. I got it on sale during this Friends and Family sale that was going on, and I know that Sonia Kashuk has one that's similar to this, and I find that the angle just makes it a little bit easier to apply the eyeliner. I usually use gel liner, and I find that it just also is easier to do a wing on the liner. So I'm really enjoying this compared to my EO5, my Sigma EO5, or my MAC eyeliner brush, which I don't even know where it is. So I'm really liking this. To finish off the eyes, I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow brush, and it's just an angled brush. It looks like this, and then it has the spoolie on the other side. And with this one, it has a really, really fine edge, so when you're brushing your eyebrows on, it gives a really precise line. And if you use really light brush strokes, it doesn't apply the powder too heavily. I'm actually used to using something that's a little bit thicker, and this is the Rockin' Republic 205 brush. I don't think they sell this anymore, but it's just another angled brush, but it's a little bit thicker at the point of it. So I was really liking this brush. So I'm still kind of getting used to this one since it is a slimmer point at the end. To set my under eye, I use either the MAC 225, and it looks like this. It just gets under the eyes really well. It's really big, so you get a large area. before I even started watching YouTube, I used to use this as a blending brush, and it's actually way too big. So I've been using it as an under eye setting powder brush. And then I also recently purchased the Real Techniques setting brush. Looks like this, and it's similar. This one's a little bit wider though, to the MAC one, but I'm really liking both for setting my under eye makeup. Next we'll talk about foundation brushes, and I have 4 that I have been really enjoying. This one is there's a hair on it. This one is the Sonia Kashuk brush, and it doesn't have a number or anything like that. It just looks like this, and I find that it's a little, like you can work it a little bit more into your face, and it's not as stiff as the Sigma, like the Sigma, I forgot what these are. But you know what I'm talking about. It's like the Angled Top Kabuki, the F84 or the F86. Compared to this just feels a little bit more stiff than this. I feel like you can really work the product into your skin, and I really like using this with the Revlon Color Stay Whipped. I also really enjoy using the Tarte, I think it's called the Airbrush face brush. It just looks like this, and this also is the same. It just really gives a flawless airbrush effect to the face when you just kind of buff the foundation. So I really like this. The only problem with these is that they're really hard to clean. So that's the only pet peeve I have of these, and these as well are really hard to clean. But out of the, I think they're called Performance. I don't know what they're called, but you guys have seen these before on YouTube many times. So I really like the Angled Top Kabuki, which is the F84, just to kind of blend in my foundation. And I like how it really is, I like how it's angled, because you can really get into the crevices, like under your eyes, on the side of your nose, and it just really blends out really well. I also like the Sigma Tapered Kabuki, the F86, and also does the same thing. It just really gets into the corner, and you would think that this is kind of like a flexible brush too, so you can really work the foundation into your skin. I don't have the Flat Top Kabuki, and that's one I've been really wanting to try out. I do have the e.l.f. one. This is just the e.l.f. $3. It's the powder brush, but the Sigma one is similar to this, and I've never tried this to apply my foundation. I don't know why, but I want the Sigma one like this. So we'll see. I don't know. After my January no-buy, maybe I'll purchase it. I don't know. Let's see. I don't really need any more face brushes. So that's it for face brushes. In terms of powders, I mentioned this in my favorites. It's the large powder F30. I really like to dab it onto the side of my face instead of using it like this and swirling the powder on. I just dab it onto my face and all over to kind of give a nice flawless finish. I also really like this Sigma Tapered Face F25 for putting bronzer on, and it's the one that's domed. I find that it just really diffuses the bronzer really nicely all over the face to give you that nice warm color. In terms of contouring, I really like the MAC 109 brush, and I know Sigma has a similar one to this. I don't know what the name of it is, but I find it's just the right size to get into the contour area. It buffs everything out really, really nicely. So I really like this brush. For highlight, I'm using the Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35, and I just find that it gets into the highlight area really nicely. It is a tapered brush, so it just, you know, finds the cheekbones really well. I know some people use this as a under eye powder brush too. So in terms of blush brushes, I have a couple here. These two I use for cream blushes, and one of them is the Real Techniques, and then one of them is Sigma. This one is the Real Techniques stippling brush, and usually I'll just dab some on, get some cream, and then just kind of stipple it on and blend it out. And I do the similar technique with the Sigma Round Top Kabuki F82 brush. Looks like this, and I also just kind of dab it on and diffuse the color out. So I really am liking those two brushes for blush. For blush brushes, I have three. The first one is the Sigma Duo Fiber F50 brush, and then also the large angled contour, which is the F40, and then also the NARS Yachio brush. So either one, I use daily either one of these, so I just dab it on and then just apply it, kind of buff it out a little bit. For this one, I use for my highly pigmented blushes. So something, for example, like Tarte's Natural Beauty, which is a really bright color, or if I'm using one of these sleek colors, like if I'm using that, I will use my NARS Yachio brush. Something that is just really, really bright and pigmented, because with these ones, I don't want to apply too much color onto my cheeks and look like a clown. So this one, I just really tap into the product like this, and then I'll hold it by the end, and by holding it at the end, it kind of gives you, and then just putting it onto your cheeks, it just gives you a nice soft finish to the blush and nothing so harsh, so that you can really, take advantage of the color but not apply too much, where it's like, okay, girl, you have way too much blush on, you know. So I really like this for really highly pigmented blushes. And that's about it for my my brushes that I use on a daily basis. I do love brushes. I'm kind of like a collector of brushes as well as makeup. So, but these are the ones I use more regularly than any other ones. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below, or if you have any requests on videos you'd like to see, let me know. And I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye!